Good evening and welcome to tonight's news report from team number 1. In today's headlines, we're going to talk about national, international, sports, shows, economy, society, culture, presented by Rubén, Emiliano, Marcela, Edgar, Fernando, Antonio, and myself, Jordi. In UK national news for April 2023, the government has announced plans to invest more money into renewable energy sources like wind and solar power. This is part of their efforts to combat climate change and reduce the country's reliance on fossil fuels. In other news, there has been an increase in the number of COVID-19 cases in some parts of the country, leading to concerns about the spread of the virus. The government has urged people to continue following guidelines to help prevent the spread of the disease. Now, my friend Rubén.
Hello, now we are going to talk about the international news. SpaceX Starship, the world's most powerful rocket, explodes shortly after launching. SpaceX Starship, the largest and most powerful rocket ever created, explodes shortly after liftoff from its launch pad in Boca Chica, Texas. Before disintegrating, the first flight of Elon Musk's company craft made it past a Cape Point, clearing the launch tower and taking off into the sky. It was at the point the Super Heavy booster was to separate from the spacecraft that things went wrong. The booster began to spin and then was an explosion. SpaceX said that happened was an unscheduled rapid disintegration. Now we are going to the next section.
Thank you, Rubén. Now we want to talk about sport, and we talk about the sport event in England, and we talk about football, and the England gave us the rules how modern football is played, and this begins when the codes and rules to play it were written. In the beginning, it was very violent sport. It said that the birth of modern football was in 1863 when Football Association met for the first time and drafted 14 basic rules. Now, let's go with Marcela with entertainment.
Thank you, Emiliano. Let's go now with the entertainment section. Let's start with the news that has grabbed the attention these last few days. 13 times, Kate became the queen of royal recycling by digging out an old dress to wear on the red carpet again. The Princess of Wales has been recycling her red carpet gowns since 2012. Fast fashion is responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions, according to the United Nations Environment Programme. She started recycling her red carpet dresses in 2012 when she wore a beautiful long-sleeved black lace Alexander McQueen evening gown for the Warhorse premiere. The Princess of Wales is doing her bit for the environment by sending a message to millions that you can wear the same gorgeous gown more than once and still look fabulous. Also, Prince Louis dons his favorite color again for the 5th birthday photo, sporting a €7.5 sterilized knit by British children's wear brown owned by the Princess of Wales school friend. In all but his 4th birthday photograph, Louis has always worn blue for his annual birthday picture. Let's go now to the next section.
Thank you, Marcela. Now we go with the economy. The London Stock Exchange. It is the oldest stock exchange and is known as the most international of the stock exchange in the world, as it houses around 3,000 companies from more than 70 countries. The United Kingdom is the 6th largest economy in the world and is known as a developed country. The economy is eminently based on the service sector, with a strong and diversified industry, mainly in the aeronautical, energy, and transport sectors. Now we go with the next section.
Well, I'm gonna talk about the society of the United Kingdom. This is a diverse and multicultural continent of all countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, each with its own unique traditions and identity. The UK has a long story of immigration, resulting in a rich blend of ethnic and cultural backgrounds, reflected in its cuisine, music, art, and fashion. The country also has a class system, with a significant gap between the wealthy and working class. Despite this, The UK is a parliamentary democracy with a strong economy, renowned universities, and a vibrant arts and cultural scene. And now we are going to with my friend Javier.
Thank you, Fernando. And now in this section, we will talk about the UK culture. Mainly, we will talk about some of the most important events that exist within the UK culture. First of all, it is to know that within the UK culture, there are very important dates which are highlighted for generating good deeds, and they are the following. First of all, the Bonfire Night, also known as Bonfire Night, Cracker Night, or Fireworks Night, is a celebration that takes place mainly in the UK on the night on November 5. The celebration commemorates the failure of the November 5 bombing, now as the gunpowder plot by which a faction of Catholics, including Guy Fawkes, attempt to destroy the palace of the Westminster, the state parliament in London. The second is Boxing Day. It's a holiday celebrated mainly in the United Kingdom and other nations that belong to the British Empire. It is celebrated as the second day of Christmas. In some of these countries, it is a public holiday. It is usually celebrated on December 26, and during the day donations and gifts to the poor and encouraged. Thank you very much.
Thank you for all of one. There are the news today. We see you tomorrow at the same time. Thanks for watching.